in there.
Told you.
Now, knife round here, EMS Group stages, and it is WinFakt versus Anexis on Crossfire. First to 13 takes it. Ties are completely allowed. There will be no overtimes as it is group stages. Knife round, and of course, as you mentioned, whoever gets attack is going to win. Well, not win, but whoever wins.
It's a big morale boost with the amount of rounds you will get on an attack. Oh, wow!
So we're going to go into the knife round now. Once the Nexus realized it is the knife round, and they were supposed to actually knife someone.
That was atrocious.
That was probably the quickest knife round I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, and what a surprise WinFakt for attack.
Yeah,
awkward moment.
I never saw that one coming.
Hmm.
Who would?
Still though, I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Nexus to have a strong. Well, we all know they're gonna have a strong defense, but I think WinFakt may struggle to have as dominant as a normal attack should be.
I mean, I'm just saying, right? If even a commentator knows what an Anexis's attack plan is, right? And I don't know what WinFakt's attack plan is. You know, WinFakt just sneak in the attack plans. They don't let anyone know what they're actually doing. That's why they're going to win. I'm just like, I'm a completely biased commentator right now that WinFakt are going to win. I need WinFakt to win to keep, you know, to keep my correctness.
Keep our 50p bet one.
Yes, 50p. Beer at land. I like the beer at land one. It always
beer at land sounds like a plan.
Always works out better.
Still though, we have the first round. I might as well steal it. Because I have Stormy, the man to watch on this map. Eyes of a hawk as he just catches a glimpse of Reflexer in that smoke. Just spot another one, bottom 8, calls it 4KZ start. Zikox and him both on that A site. Miles does take KZ start down. What a deagle from Stormy, just banging through the wall. Another player down on A as Duffy does respond, taking down Bocco. Brings it to 3v3. Duffy does get away from that one, scathed but alive. Now Stormy actually hooking a nade, chucking it towards that B bomb site. Miles, the man right next to it, doesn't actually take him down though, as Lopez, the man with the bomb for WinFakt, just chilling in melons. Any sort of peek is a good peek for the attacking side now, as it is 2v2. Lopez with the nade frag, Miles with the deagle onto Future, and now all on Zikox. Go to him. Actually has pushed quite far up. Miles and Lopez do seem to be aware of his position. Spray coming out from Miles, as they do appear to be going to the A side. Zikox actually not too far away from the A side. It's just whether or not he can get there without Lopez spotting him. Lopez actually the man with the bomb. It does make it a little bit more difficult for them, and does get across. And there we have the bomb going down. So 2v1 suddenly become very more difficult for Zikox. Poor old Zikox about to come into counter with Miles. Miles does get away though, and now on the attack, does tag up Miles. Lopez just waiting for that cross. There it is. Lopez takes him down. That's the second frag for him, and the first round goes to WinFakt. And that's the only round they're gonna get. Destroy them.
Right, so now I'm gonna go away here with Miles. Let's see what he does with the scope. Gonna have that R700, no camo on there. Likes it plain and simple. Gonna be scoping up towards that cafe. Doesn't find anything. Reflexer pushing all the way up into the bomb site. Has put his teammate for some AK cover here, and Miles has spotted one in the watermelon side. Reflexer takes him out though. Quickly on the ball there. Miles scoping down KZ Star. Thinks he spotted one towards back A too. Although there's two players in cafe here for the Anexis side. And it is Stormy and Future. Not in the best of positions at the moment to actually challenge this bomb plant. Lopez taking out Zikox. Future spotting Reflexer, tagging him up. Stormy moves into the deagle, does take him out. And Miles onto Future. Miles with the second one onto Stormy, and we have 2 rounds in favor of WinFakt.
What is going on? Obviously, Anexis are going to have to bear in mind that this is the much more difficult side, especially on a map like Crossfire. As we're going to hit off with KZ Star actually, as he is making his way well up that street with an AK. Quite aggressive play from him, as he does just nice positioning. Does actually tag one on the basement. Future though, first to draw blood, and again with Bocco, 2 Anexis frags. Make that 3 as he does just catch a glimpse of Pats going up the stairs. Only frag for WinFakt coming from Lopez on that AK. Did silence Bocco. Nice nade from Duffy. Lopez once again throwing that same nade to back A. Nice and late, head back into melons. Does work this time. Zikox catches it beautifully. And now we have a 2v2. WinFakt looking to lessen those numbers, preferably by 1 before that bomb even thinks about going down. as Lopez does fake it once again, trying to draw out that fire, and Stormy in back A, just looking to get a glimpse of that bomb. Does actually catch a glimpse of a player, just Duffy just wiggling near bottom A. Now, with Duffy pushing up towards A, he knows both of the players are nearby, and he's going to play it nice and safe. Lopez once again drawing it out. The amount of fakes we will see on this map is unbelievable. Duffy, though, does come into contact with, I believe it was Stormy. And Stormy gets out the nade. The movement on Stormy shortly was on Wooden, straight away he's back A, checking that nade, and now back to top A, ready to encounter Duffy, who is in fact about to walk straight into him. Oh, and does land the tag. Duffy gets away. Very heavily tagged. KZ Star tagged as well, but Stormy takes him down. And 2-1. First round for Anexis.
Yeah, I mean, WinFakt don't want to completely steamroll Anexis, so of course they're giving them just that one round. You know, say this sort of round tastes like. Now we will be taking away your plate of food, and you can go sit in the corner for the rest of the night. Now I don't want to say that's really going to happen. And of course, I want to see a great challenge here. KZ starting us off as he takes out Pats. Miles moving up into that watermelon side as Zycox comes around the corner. Has spotted an SMG player in front of him. Probably Buffy. Now Zycox popping out that nade towards that B side early on. Hoping to catch a WinFakt player off guards. Miles takes out Future. Reflex and moving in on that bomb site. Lopez holding off that B alley doorway. All seems good at the moment. Bocca pushing up with the reflexive. Bocca grabbing a second one onto Miles. Duffy onto Bocca to finally silence him. But with an SMG pushing up, grabbing 2 frags and dying, you know, he's really done his work.
Agreed completely.
I mean, if you can get that spearhead kind of situation where SMG runs in, grabs 2 frags or 3, the rest of your team have really pretty much just got to clean it up. And if Bocca does that every single round, he's doing his team good. Now, Stormy moving up towards that top A area, trying to get some cover out for his team. He has actually got a player behind him. Zycox spotting Lopez. Going to try and shut him down. Won't work. Duffy pushing around the back of Stormy. Will he be able to land this frag? No, Stormy comes out on top. And that's going to put Zycox in a very interesting situation. Oh no, it does actually come here right behind Lopez. Finishes him off. Takes it to 2-2. And it seems Anexis are in this match now.
As expected. I want to go with a WinFakt player then. Let's go with Pat's SMG in hand, I do believe. Yes, he has. He's just got the nail towards the alley. Heavily tagged. Doesn't stop Stormy taking him down with that sniper. KZ Star as well with a frag. Duffy once again landing that nade frag. Almost every round I think we've seen a nade frag coming out from Duffy. And an AK-1 to match it. Taking out KZ Star as well. Nice play from Duffy there as Miles the man with the bomb. Bit different now. Lopez normally the man with the bomb. However, did get taken down by KZ Star. With that nice spray up the street. Does have a 3v2 now. Bocco and Zycox. Still Bocco and Zycox. Miles just missing one back A. Reflexer. Making him pay for that mistake. Taking down his comrade. And now we have a 3v1. Bocco, last man standing. What are you going to do? It's not Bocco because it's a horrible, horrible glitch with this pro mod. And we actually have Stormy. Stormy heavily tagged. Miles is the one to take him down though. And that's 3-2. Miles, really strong round from him. Kind of recovered for Lopez's failure.
Now, what is Future doing? Just want to bring up, he's only got 1 frag at the moment. I'm not saying that's bad, I'm just saying that's not very good. So
very similar to Pat's score as well.
Let's see if we can see what he's up to. Maybe help him out a bit here. Future actually grabbing a nade frag there onto Reflexer, stopping the push towards the A side, laying down some covering fire towards that bat side as it is completely smoked up, and you always want to spray into the smoke. Duffy taking out Zycox. 1-for-1 at the moment. Stormy maybe looking to get an early nade out onto that B-bomb. But instead goes towards top A. KZ Star taking out Lopez. Future sitting in tight though. Needs to be careful not to be taken out by a nade. KZ Star taking out Miles. Let's look over here, see what is happening on this B side. There's Bocco, has got that SMG. And so far been playing strong. Duffy is your last man standing, and he's all the way over towards that light side. Gets shut down easily there by KZ Star. And it's going to take it to 3-3. And a pretty clean round there from Anexis, actually.
Did they completely just change the way they were playing as soon as they lost those players, and it brought it straight back to 3-3. Right, then once again we do see the main bomb man, Lopez, trying to get across that street. Miles did take down Stormy though, opening up that street ridiculous amounts. As the scope is now down. Pats as well getting that frag. Future does take down Pats though. Wasn't going to let him get away with that one. Reflexer with the frag. Zikox responding now. We have a 2v2, make that 2v1 as Zikox gets that second. Now all on Duffy. Duffy over on the A side. Bomb. Very far within reach. Does actually take down Future. Nice play from him. And now we have a 1v1. Zikox just absolute chilling. He knows where the bomb is. He knows that he is going to have to come to him. And Duffy is going to hopefully not waste too much time in looking for the peek from Zikox. Zikox just double checking the street. Going to make sure Duffy has no way or route to that bomb. As now we go. Does actually get a caught. Zikox simply just lets him know of his presence and straight away gets that nade out. Duffy's actually going to be right next to it. Oh my god, that was close. Duffy did just glance away from it though. As he does finally recover that bomb and actually looks to be faking it, trying to draw around Zikox. Zikox refuses to peek. In fact, oh, and Duffy comes to him to bring it to 3-4.
What is the range on that SMG?
That was, it's like Pro Mod 3. I do not know where that came from.
Now, I also want to point out, Pats did narrowly squeeze away from his Bond moment there, grabbing a frag on that street before being shut down, but he got his one frag, so he is on 1 for 7. And, you know, well played to Pats for squeezing out of that one. Boko timing out, unfortunately, on the stairs as he pushes towards that B site. And he had such an opportune moment to get in there quick and shut down anyone pushing into the B site. Reflexer moving towards the top of the street. He's going to be moving across... Try and lay down some covering fire, clearing out that watermelon building. Now he will be able to pick up an easy frag here on Boko if he just sees like the tip of his gun or something. And yeah, there Boko does unfortunately go down.
Doesn't help. He has his internet has just disappeared as well.
Oh dear. Now Reflexer still onto that cover. Has spotted one top A. Will be taken up by Future. And those 2 frags there by Nexus that WinFakt really didn't have to hand over. Stormy watching for some more nades. He's going to be flying across towards the A stairs. Barely peeking out the top of the stairs. Just to make sure he's got enough vision there to spot anyone moving towards that bus side. Pat's moving down onto the bomb. He's going to be picking it up. Let's see if he can get a fake or 2 onto this bomb. He's got to remember that Stormy is still alive. And of course there will be a scope trained on his position. But it is actually going to be Stormy that takes him down. But not even with a scope, with an AK. And now Duffy is your last man standing. Takes out Stormy, spots another one lower light. Will he be able to land this frag? No, he won't. There's one behind him. He's looking towards the bomb, but there's no one there. Bullets are flying from all around him, but Anexis are just running. They've got no reason to actually go for this frag. And it seems after everything being missed, Anexis will grab that round, and it's going to take it to 5-3 in favor of Anexis. 2-round difference now. And seem to be pulling away a bit.
Understandably, the timeout's come out. Anexis, and they're pulling away on defense, which is really worth noting that it is a very difficult side for any team. So Anexis is going to try, any round is a bonus really now. They have got the 7-5 loss on a defense is really something that you can quite easily come back from, especially with a strong attack. So I would definitely 13-8. Machine is right.
For now.
It's going to happen.
13-11. Watch. You've got to have some hope. You've got to have some
okay,
controversy.
Yeah, I know, definitely.
Now, if you guys have noticed there on the scoreboard, we have got some guys here in from COD TV. They are doing a French stream. So if you're sitting here as a French person going le WTF, there is a
Sacré bleu le stream.
There is a COD TV stream going on in French for you guys. Feel free to jump over to that one. It is www.codtv.net, and you guys can go watch the French one on there. So you know, love to all the streaming companies. We all love each other. We're all friendly. Or at least like to think that. They're probably going like sitting there. No, I won't say that. No, that's mean. Bad me. Now there's only 3 minutes 40 left, and we have got Boko back onto the server, so it should be going underway, getting the ready ups going. 2 more people left to wait for 1 more person, and we are right back into this matchup. And Machine, I believe it is your turn.
Alright then.
Bugger.
I'm going to go with Miles. Miles, the German scope who came out of nowhere at Dublin Esports event. Or in my eyes he did anyway, I don't know, I wasn't really following him previous to that. I was, what the shots coming out from Miles? I did not see any sort of future there. Any future in that shot, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we have an exit with 2 frags. Miles and Reflex are going down. Boko with a really strong nade at the top of the street, just silencing that scope. And WinFakt falling like flies. Pats shortly going to be going down. Duffy does take down Zikox though, and Pat's proving me wrong. Does take down KZ Star. Is going to be took out by that Deagle by Bocco. And now we have Miles. It's not Miles, it's Duffy, because Promod is really not working at the moment. Still though, Duffy 1v2 Bocco and Bocco and Bocco here.
Oh no, two Boccos. No.
It'll be alright if his internet goes down again though.
Or both of theirs.
Alright, Duffy right next to Sonnen Melons isn't gonna Deagle v SMG was not gonna go his way. And we have a 3-6 Anexis once again with another round pulling away from the WinFakt side. We have a quick look at scoreboards though. The scores aren't actually that different. It's just they are winning those rounds. I mean, you've got 10-9, 11-7, and then in fact, yeah, these rounds are very obviously each round is going right down to the boin, and Anexis are just coming out on top more often.
As you talk about the scores, I want to bring up something I've been seeing lately with the Crossfire games, especially today. I mean, the first map, the Frag Masters match, we had Peter massively outscoring everyone else, and then in the game after that, we had, I completely just forgot the people we streamed. It was the Infused guys. We saw Killzex going absolutely massive himself, and once again we see on each side they have, like, you know, Stormy, Miles, Duffy, and KZ Star really standing out for their team, and it seems Crossfire is really one of those you either perform or you don't maps. And now it's all down to Reflex, so let's see if he can perform for his team. Does spot Stormy, takes him out, goes for the second one onto Future, easily brings it back to a 1 versus 1. The bomb's nearby. And where is KZ Star? He's lower light, and he does get spotted by Reflex for the 1 versus 3. Talk about making it easy and showing us how to perform on Crossfire. There you have it, 4-6.
That was cheeky. Really impressed with that play from Reflexer there. Wasn't expecting it, I'll be honest with you, but now I'm going to go with Pats. SMG has been struggling, bottom of the scoreboard at the moment. They're going to prove me wrong now. Commentators opposite of a curse, that's what I'm talking about, as he does just get taken down once again. As Future was the man to increase that score to 3 for 11. Wow. Still 2 players down for WinFakt, not 1 player even tagged on the Anexis side. KZ Start putting some spray towards light, does take 1, but not the second. Duffy was up there, but Zikox straight away. It's just this team play we see from Anexis. 1 player goes down and straight away the eyes go onto it. And you're very lucky after getting a frag to get a second for the WinFakt at the moment. Still though, we have 3 Anexis players all looking for Lopez's blood. There it is, Zikox the man to take it. That second frag, and we have 4-7. See, like I was saying, I mean, the 7-5, if they get 8-4, it's almost an Anexis game already. I think WinFakt really, this round is almost crucial to any sort of comeback we're going to be seeing.
Okay, so might not be 13-11, right? I may have been over-exaggerating that point a bit. But WinFakt aren't going to go down without a fight. I'll change my vote to that.
Yeah.
And you know, with Future nading his teammate, it just helps me even more. Zikox taking out Duffy though, down to a 3 versus 3. Only 20 seconds into the round. And we'll see Future under fire here. Zikox flying to the back of A to get that nade out, making sure that he lines it up perfectly. Does hear the fake go out? Do we see it? Yes, Lopez does actually go down, gets caught off guard by the fact that the nade was actually there to catch the person running away from the bomb. Miles deagles down Zikox as he pushes up towards that light side. Reflects a bomb in hand as his teammate jumps on top of the bus. Miles trying to peek out there, although it's a quick exchange of frags as Future takes up Miles, Reflector onto Future, and then KZ Star grabs that last one. 8-4 is your halftime scoreline, and Menace might be wrong.
Still a possibility. Just wait on Reflexer and me. There we go. Yeah, so now we are going to witness what I like to call the Anexis, not attack, but more of a kind of swarm from previous streams.
Like the Baneling. They're like a Baneling in StarCraft 2. Yeah.
When you
roll in, blow up, everything's gone.
When they decide to do a fast B, it kind of turns into a bit of a brawl in that melon room. I'll be honest with you, kind of like the London riots, but a melony, more fruity version. And so we do have KZ Star just in the middle of the street, just dancing through the smoke, trying to find any sort of peak he can as he does just sit on that mid car, trying to control Calf. Miles does take down Bocco, bring it to 4v4, and this is a very slow play from both teams. Duffy in Calf just holding it steady, not going to give any sort of peek to KZ Star, who's actually looking straight at Calf. As we do see Stormy get that frag onto Reflexer. Reflexer not happy with that one, as he does put that little sad face into chat. Future in A, about to get taken down by Miles. Miles, a lovely play in A. Scope is just sat in A. He's got a Deagle and an SMG frag. Looking to get that third one now onto Zikox. He does! Miles, lovely play from him as he does get the nade onto the bomb. If he gets this as well, I would be thoroughly impressed. This round would go to him, but no. Does get dodged. He does take down KZ Star. Miles absolutely destroying Anexis. And now he's going to look to try and get that final frag onto, I believe it's Stormy. Him and Lopez, 2 Germans up against 1. Crazy Stormy. Stormy does get the one with the SMG, just kind of using that smoke perfectly to cover his cross. Does actually get back across the street as well before that smoke fades. Now Lopez just needs to stop that plant. There's very little time, so it's 23 seconds. And Stormy fakes it, unsure of where Lopez is. Surely if Lopez pushes now, it's all about timing in this game. And oh, Stormy just catches his glimpse. And 9-4, that was bad.
That was bad.
They needed that round.
They really did. And I'll give it to Nexus. I mean, a first round like that, it looked bad for them towards the end, but it is the first round. Another half, and the teams are trying to find out, how the other team plays and stuff like that. So that slow play is trying to find out most likely where WinFakt are likely to push and stuff like that. And they really like to push up on the bomb side. Bokker's in there fast, stopping any possibility of that happening now. And does tag up Duffy, but by now there's already 2 WinFakt players on the bomb side. They don't need to worry about anyone pushing up, and they'll be most likely easily grab this round or clean up the rest. Bomb's going down, and now it's all on WinFakt's shoulders to bring this one back. Stormy scoping down towards that cafe side. Miles deagling down Zycox as Future sets the mousetrap for anyone walking through that door. Lopez taking out KZ Star. Stormy finally fighting back to take out Miles, but it is a 1 versus 3 now. Future should be able to grab this next frag though. Can he do it? Bomb's gonna go down, and he gets caught off guard. Yes, WinFakt. No, Anexis, what are you doing? I'm kind of like, yay! What the... Yeah, I don't know what Anexis really were doing. I mean, they had it. They had the bomb down. They just needed to get back and just hold the bomb plant. But Miles, as I said, you're either performing well on this map or you're not. Miles is...
I mean, he is, but I don't know if you got that on stream. Miles, absolutely... I've never seen someone struggle with a doorway so much in this game. He really just could not get through it and just got completely destroyed for his mistake. But that was very funny. Still, we have quite quiet round. Reflexer on the attack. Does take down Bocco. Pats onto Future. That's a... Oh, and Pats again onto KZ with that Deagle. Stormy, Deagle frag of his own onto Reflexer, finally taking him down. And now Anexis once again on the back foot. Stormy with Deagle.
The Deagle through a wall, casual. It's how he rolls. We all know this.
ESL Y doesn't stop Stormy. I mean, it's just another obstacle for Anexis as we have 3v2. Shortly going to be made 3v1 as Duffy gets that lovely wallbang onto Zikox. The bomb plant is going to be very difficult with him still standing. Still, Stormy with that third frag. Pat's going down. Miles. Ooh, Miles very close to being taken down then. A car or something, some form of metal just saved his life. As we now have, it's technically Miles and Miles if we want to go with Pro Mod. Still Miles and Duffy up against Stormy. Stormy, time not on his side now. Not going to see any sort of peaks no matter how hard he tries. He does try and get on bus. Doesn't succeed as he does just look for any sort of peak. He knows getting his bomb down is going to be an absolute mission. As the spray comes out from Duffy, very strong spray actually. Stormy heavily tagged. Stormy fakes it once again, 11 seconds. He's going to have to go for the frags now. Unless he holds it now, he is holding it. It's going to surely be pushed by both players. Here comes the push, and there it is. The round goes 9-6. And WinFakt with a glimmer of hope, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely stopping Anexis even attempt to get this bomb down. And as much as Stormy can get those pecks, I mean, the rest of WinFakt are cleaning up every other player. So Stormy's being left on his own with a partner most of the rounds, and it's not going to help them get to that win that they need. Lopez with a nice early NA, taking out Bocco, and with Reflexer again pushing up that street. He's so confident to walk up in the middle of the street and say, "Hey guys, I'm here." So who wants to fight? And coming out on top of all of them, again with that Deagle taking out Future. There's no stopping Reflexer right now. And KZ Star onto Lopez, Pats onto Stormy, Pats again onto KZ Star, 9-7 in the scoreline. What a round.
WinFakt, I mean, you can't deny, you can't take it away from that. They are really playing well on the defense. I'm going to go with Miles now. Miles looking to get any sort of hit through that smoke. I was just, my head hit my screen and looking for any sort of glimmer of that she seems to be seeing at the moment. Pats with 2 quick frags, KZ Start and Ziggox both going down. Both of the stupid names I cannot pronounce as Baka gets 2 of his own. Pats and Miles going down. Duffy though does take him down on the A side. Reflexer as well onto Future. Now all on, I'm not going to say Baka because it is Stormy. Promod, I am starting to hate you. 1v3, it's not looking very easy for Stormy at the moment. Trying to get his eyes on B long. Nothing for him though. As he is being pushed to his right. Doesn't catch a glimpse and it is all on Lopez frag and 9-8. I mean, WinFakt are coming back strong and fast.
Definitely, we see the kill spread closing in for the WinFakt guys. I mean, it was a massive kill spread of like 10 frags just now. It's only down to 8. It's not that massive, and we see on the Anexis side that they got up to 12 frags between first and bottom place, and that really makes a difference when you're relying on those top players in your team to carry you through the round, and then hoping that you get something to clean up. Now Reflexer taking out KZ Star. Reflexer with the second one on Tobacco. And there is no getting into that B bomb side when Reflex is alive. Lopez taking out Zycox. And it looks like another round could be going towards WinFakt as Reflex a third of the round. Only Stormy left. Can Reflexer pick up his 4th? And he does onto Stormy. 9-9. Come on!
No! This is all on Anexis now. Anexis, every single round is going to be going to them. Stormy actually has taken AK. It's worth watching him just because his AK play is still very strong. Going to go with him as the bomb does once again look to be going slowly. Anexis kind of really scared to go fast. No, well aware of Reflex's ridiculous ease of getting to that melon room. Spray comes out from Stormy. Nothing for him. Duffy, the man to pick up the first AK fragment. And 2. Zikox goes down as well. Boko and Zikox. All players struggling under that AK as KZ picks up 1, quickly taken down by Lopez. Miles as well onto Future. And now all on Stormy. Stormy, what can you give us again? 1v4 situation. Are you going to show us something a bit different this time? You do get a frag with no. Miles takes him down and 9-8. Advantage has completely shifted. WinFakt now on the advantage 10-9. And I don't want to say Menace is right. I'm just going to say it's starting to look more likely.
Yeah. No, to be fair, I mean, Anexis, I was putting a whole lot of hope into WinFakt to win this one, and I'm glad they're proving a little bit right here. It shows that they have been learning on all their practices. Reflexer once again taking out Boko, Zycox onto Pats, and these frags are so early in the round. 20 seconds in, already have 3 players down, and it seems to be favouring WinFakt by just 1 round at the moment. Reflexer with that deagle, trying to find something. Can he do? No. Stormy with a nade onto Miles. That's I would say scope on scope, but currently an AK onto a scope there. And Reflexer's got to watch out behind him. He's got to expect someone by now to push him from behind, but he's not. He's falling back. Will be taken up by Future, and Reflexer really being a little bit too aggressive to be defensive. Stormy trying to make his way to this bus.
Nice save.
Now, Stormy peeks over the wall towards Cafe. Duffy takes out KZ Store. The last 2 players here for Anexis are on the bus. And the last 2 WinFakt players are spread out. Future, with the help of his teammate, taking out Lopez. Miles is your last man standing. But with Stormy on the bus, he's got such a positional advantage. Does grab the frag, takes it to 10-10. There's only 4 rounds left, and each team now needs 3 to win.
These next 3 rounds, or 4 rounds as you said, are going to be very crucial for the WinFakt side. WinFakt really, they've done so well to get 10-10. Obviously the underdogs in this game. Well, I believe so anyway, I could be wrong, but still Duffy does get the first frag once again. Duffy's been really solid and consistent in getting these opening frags with nades or his AK. Either way, he has been doing a great job. Zikox was the man to go down, and now we have a bit of a stalemate, quickly broken by Reflexer and Stormy. 1 frag for each side. Bockham and Reflexer all in. As we have a 4v3. Nexus on the back foot, but still definitely not going to go down without a fight. I'm going to stick with Future now, the man with the bomb. Just going to see how this AK plays his game. We do have the smoke coming out. He's going to try and, I presume, going to try and fake it. No, in fact, while seeing a full plant going down, WinFakt are not really in a position to stop him. Does get heavily tagged, but does get the bomb down. Wow. We do have a 3v3 as the plant bomb did go down. Duffy fell, but still 39 seconds now. 3 players for Anexis all just got their eyes on that bomb. They just need to stop it going. Stop a WinFakt play getting anywhere near it though. Miles on the push. Does get the Deagle frag onto KZ Star. Going to be pushing up with Pats. The second one for Miles. Nice play from him. As it is all on Stormy. Stormy goes down to Miles as well. Miles absolutely destroying the Anexis side on what looked to be a full Anexis round. And wow, I am impressed with that young German. It's 11-10.
It is 11-10.
No.
And my grin is about as massive as Miles' score right now.
50 pence. Gone.
50 pence. Now, going to be taken away here with Pats on this round. See if he can get all the way up to the back A side. Stormy starting us off as he takes out Miles. Pats has got to be careful. He has got one pushing onto the bottom A. Has he spotted him? Yes, but he had the wrong weapon out. Zycox getting the better of Pats. But Reflex is just casually top light. Takes out Bocco. And he's going to be one to try and help his team get back into this round. He's got to watch out from cover from or fire from behind. Duffy takes out Zycox. Skazy Star with that reply. And we do see Reflexer getting the revenge frag. It is all down to Reflexer. He has not even been tagged up once this round yet. And the last play he's going up against is Future. And the Future is in the watermelon store. Behind the counter. And
Admiring.
I was about to say, let's see if we can sell some pain.
I like it.
Now, Reflexer coming out of Cafe.
Ooh.
Bringing the mojo.
You know just what's about to happen.
They're coming around the corner, but Future getting on top of that one will take out Reflexer. And the next two rounds could not be any more crucial.
Getting a little bit tense, and I'm going to go with Reflexer, though, who has been playing so strong on that Melons as he does get the smoke out for himself. In fact, looks to be going slow this round. Getting both that nade and smoke out and nade. Struggling to lift off as he does. Him and Pat both making their way towards that site. Does actually dodge all of that spray and catches one of those players. I believe it was Duffy on the way back up towards light. Reflex completely repositioned himself as Duffy lands a really cheeky nade onto Bocco. Zikox does stay down Reflexer though. Zikox holding now bottom light. Two players on A, completely stationary. Make that one as he does take down Miles. Nice play from Zikox there. Two SMG frags. Looking to make it three now as it is Lopez who has just sat at the bottom of wood and looking for Zikox to peek. Zikox knows he doesn't need to, but he is still nonetheless going to be coming around that corner. Does actually take him down. Nice play from Zikox and gets away as he does get tagged from Cafe. Was Duffy the man behind that spray. Pats though does come back, taking that Deagle frag right into KZ Star. And Future onto Pats now. We have a 1v3 situation. Duffy, if you do this, young man, I will be impressed. Does get the spray onto the bomb, but the bomb goes down. Nonetheless, it is 12-11, and Nexus definitely going to bring out their A game now. They need that 13-11.
It is now one map point, or game point here, in the hands of Anexis. They have the chance to win this. Well, WinFakt now only have the chance to tie this one up. And then see how the rest of the round here unfolds. Anexis seems to be pushing across the street a little bit faster. And I take that back as they are actually holding towards this A side. Stormy thinking he spotted one there on the bus. And Stormy's conversion onto that AK seems to be helping them out. Able to lay down a lot more covering fire and it'll apply a lot more pressure to WinFakt. Miles
and you see, so I was just going to say, Reflexer once again plays the melons, and straight away you see Anexis kind of scared to push that melon room. If you look at the positioning, they've suddenly all sat around that light, and now melons is completely just inaccessible.
With Reflexer still on that B side at least, but no, Future spots him from behind, takes him out, and it is down to a 4-on-4. Now I would find it pretty interesting if 3 Anexis players dies and there's 1v4 clutch. Pat's taking out Zycox. Stormy getting heavily tagged up. Pat's in there too. Spray coming out. Future heavily tagged up. We've got to run away here.
Oh.
Stormy getting taken out. KZ start pushing out towards the back of A. Can he be picked off here? No, he won't. He lands the frag there onto Miles. 1 versus 3. Can KZ Star do this to win it for his team? He has dropped that back A, and there is someone going to be to pick him off. It is Lopez. Does take it to 12-12, and neither I am wrong or correct.
Wow. That's
that
the second draw we've seen, is it not?
That was brilliant. That was brilliant play from WinFakt. They really took the fight to Anexis. I mean, 8-4 at the half.
Yes. I mean, I thought it was I thought it was game over. I'll be honest. When we saw 8-4, especially on a defense, to come back